is, guys? It is your boy Blasphemous HD. Now, my stories used to be my lowest rated thing on my channel. Like, because of this, I didn't think that you guys really wanted to hear them. But I just put a story out about 6 days ago, and it got a lot of love. Because of that, I'm gonna go ahead and make an effort to bring these mugs back. Alright, now I will do my part and record the shit out of these bitches and fucking make sure they're good, because I have a ton of fucking jacked up stories still left. And as long as you guys do your part by liking the videos and sharing them and all that whatnot, I will continue to make these stories for you guys' entertainment. And with that being said, if we can hit 5,000 likes on this video, I will guaranteed have a story time up for you guys next Sunday. That's real shit. You know, from Sunday to Sunday, if we hit the goal, I will have one up the coming Sunday. Yes, you guys saw the title right. My little sister dated a fucking pedophile, and oh my god, I really don't want to share this story. I'm gonna start this story by saying I love my family, even though it would be really easy for people, if they were in my family, not to love my family, because a good amount of my family members are ratchet, you know? I will just say it is really hard to love my sisters, even if you're their brother, because they do a lot of jacked up shit, and you guys will be hearing about more of those stories in the future. What happened was my sister was 15 and a half at the time when this happened, and they were living on the opposite side of town than me, next to Palace Station, and she meets this guy. I don't know how the fuck she met him, but his name was Mike. I would love to say Mike Smith, maybe, but, you know, I mean, I've been playing a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm probably wrong about his last name, but his first name was Mike. You know, I was always working and doing my own thing, so I only ever really saw my sisters 4 times a year, you know? So by the time I got over there, you know, come to find out my sister was dating this guy. This dude, he was a tall, white guy, you know, blonde hair. He looked really freaking lame. Like an office worker type of guy. He was just really whack, and his personality was bland and boring as fuck, you know, which really made sense, you know, given the way the rest of the story kind of went. He had such a scrawny build. I figured this guy was like 17 or 18, so I didn't figure out until 4 months in that this motherfucker was 34 years fucking old, man. 34 fucking years old. Like, when I find out about it, I was like, yo, man, like, go and stomp this motherfucker out. What the fuck is he doing, man? Like, she's 15 and a half, man. What are you fucking doing? Now, the big problem was my mom, she was out of state, like in Colorado or something. You know, she was going through something out of state. So the sole guardian of my little sister was my older sister. So my older sister is just a complete and utter sack of shit, man. Like, you know, I care about her just as much as I can, and that's basically because she's my blood. But, you know, she will just sell you out so fucking fast, man. Like, you know, she's tried getting me put in jail like 2 or 3 times. She's nearly gotten my brother Christian put in jail like 2 or 3 times, and tried a whole bunch more than that. She's done a lot, and I do mean a lot of fucked up stuff. Like you guys wouldn't believe some of the jacked up stuff she's done, considering, you know, we're her family members. Now, with that being said, turns out Mike was fucking filthy rich, okay? This motherfucker had money out the yin-yang, you know, which makes sense because the motherfucker had no personality at all. He was one of those guys who went to school and just worked really freaking hard to build a career and make a lot of money because he figured money would get him the bitches, which is complete and utterly opposite of the way it really works. You know, women would date you for your personality. Your money, it does not fucking matter at all. The only women that'll date you for your money are the women who are gold diggers, and they will leave you for someone else the minute they find someone else who has more money or more status or whatever. Like, you know, they will cheat on you, basically. With that being said, my older sister is one of the biggest gold diggers I've ever met in my entire fucking life. And because of that, Mike was giving her a lot of fucking money to, you know, make it okay that he was dating my 15-and-a-half-year-old little sister, you know, and because my sister was her guardian, she just was cool and just let this shit slide. So fast forward, man, my sister's 16, man, and I hadn't been around there because going over there, you know, they live in the areas where a lot, and I do mean a lot of crime happens, and I was trying to stay away from that shit. So I finally go back over there like 3-4 months later, and by this time, she's 16, right? So there's literally nothing anyone can do because as long as you have the consent of the older adult or the guardian, 16 is cool. But in my mind, you're still a fucking pedophile. So every time I saw this sack of shit, I would just rip this dude a new asshole and just clown him super duper bad for dating kids. Like, you know, I know the only reason why you're dating my little sister is because you can't find anybody else, right? And he would get super duper fucking mad. Man, no, dude, it's because I love her and age ain't nothing but a number. I'm like, come on, man. You know the only reason why you're doing this shit because you can't get no fucking body else. You a pedophile, man. Now, I don't know what it is with pedophiles, but they always tend to get really freaking pissed off when you call them a pedophile for some reason, which don't make no sense to me, because I've never seen Kobe Bryant fight somebody for calling him a basketball player. Like, what are you mad at? You know what you do. Like, come on, baby. So every couple of months, whenever I went over there to visit my fucking sister, I just kept laying into this fucking loser and trying to piss him off enough as to where he would try to fight me, right? So one day we got into an extremely heated argument and I'm just going in on this guy and everyone is just laughing their ass off at how badly I'm just roasting this fucking loser, man. This guy is completely red in the face, man. And anybody out there who's had enough drama happen in their life, they know that the biggest bitches are always the fucking loudest. And this dude would get super duper freaking loud whenever we would argue. But I already knew he was a bitch. He wasn't gonna do shit, so I didn't give a shit. I would just go in harder on him, and he would just get that much more pissed off at the fact that his screaming and yelling wouldn't intimidate me enough to leave him alone and stop calling him a freaking, a child molester, So fast forward like 4 or 5 months later, man, I hadn't been over there in a while, because I kept trying to tell my sister and my younger sister, like, what are you doing with this sack of shit? Like, get someone your own age, man. Like this dude is a fucking loser. He's a loser and a fucking moron, and people would just start coming in on me because, he was paying everything. My older sister, she only cares about money. I am in the belief that if someone gave my sister like $4,000, she would probably like sell me out, even if it meant I was going to jail for like life. My sister is just that grimy, So with that being said, I was just like, you know what? I don't need this bullcrap, man. It is this stupid, whatever. So I just stopped going over there. So fast forward about a month later, I'm at my apartment complex and I see this fucking nice ass Benz pull up. Nice ass fucking Benz. And the window rolls down and it's freaking Mike. And I'm flabbergasted at why this guy is over. Like, what the fuck is he? How did this guy find out where the fuck I lived at? Like, what is he doing over here? And he's like, hey, what's up, Maurice, man? Hey, dude, hey, come over here, man. I gotta tell you something. Come over here, bro. So, I'm thinking, okay, well, if I go over there, he might tell me why he's here. Like, maybe something's wrong. Maybe something's up with my sister, So I'm walking over to the car, and as I'm getting over to the car, I start noticing that his body language is just 100% different than what the fuck it normally is. I mean, this is a very quiet, cubicle working type of guy. He was a computer programmer of some sort. I believe he was making around like $400,000-$500,000 a year. Like, I don't know the complete specifics of his job, but it was really freaking classified or something like that. But he was making a lot of fucking money for doing what he was doing. Like I said, so he was a very, turned down type of guy. Like, he was very calm and, and calculated. But now that he's sitting in front of my house in this car, he's turned up. Like, he's grinning from fucking ear to ear. I've never seen him showing that much emotion in any way, shape, or form, let alone super duper fucking happy. Living in the type of environment that I've lived in, you get really good at reading people and you get really good at noticing inconsistencies in people's behaviors, because those inconsistencies are usually a telltale sign that some shit is afoot. Some dangerous shit is afoot. So with that being said, if you ever ask really, really hood people, they can tell you shit. They know shit like this. So let's say, for instance, you're friends with a guy, and he's loud and animated and cracks jokes all the time, like me. And one day you guys are driving somewhere, maybe to, like, I don't know, hit a lick or, do whatever you're gonna do. And you guys have done this type of thing before, but you guys are always laughing and joking in the car, you know what I mean? But this time, he's super duper serious. The dude's not talking. Complete 180 in character for this guy. Not talking, not joking, nothing. Something is fucking wrong. Something is fucking wrong, and you're probably better off getting the fuck out of that situation, away from that guy, because something's fucking up. I've seen it happen a good amount of times in the areas I used to live in, bro. So yeah, this guy's sitting in the car, and this guy's smiling from ear to ear. Eyes super duper fucking wide, and he's fidgety, right? I've never seen this guy fidgety before. So my nigga senses are on high alert right now, man. Something's fucking afoot. I'm still walking over to the fucking car, and then he puts his hand down to the side, close to where an old school car would have the little handle where you roll your window up. First of all, I knew his car was brand new, so there was no need to have a fucking door handle down there, okay? You don't have to crank those type of cars. It's button everything. So his hand being down there was weird in the first place, but then when I looked at his forearm, I saw his forearm muscles tensing in a way as to where I knew he was grabbing something. And in the position that he had his forearm down in, fist vertical instead of horizontal. I'm putting two and two together. The dude is acting jumpy, and he's smiling from ear to ear, and his eyes are super wide. This motherfucker has a fucking pistol. This comes to me in a sudden freaking epiphany. I stopped dead in my fucking tracks. He's like, man, come here, bro. Come here, come here. But he's not moving his hand that's making the vertical fist that's, down by his door latch. He's not moving that hand. He's using his other hand to motion me to come here. And I'm just like, nah, man, I'm cool. I start backing away slowly. He's like, nah, bro, come here, come here. When he sees me start to, back trail or whatever, and I'm like, nah, man, I'm cool. Man, just tell me from there. Just as fast as this shit was a smile, man, that shit turned straight into a fucking frown, and his eyes get real darty, like real fucking aggressive, and he pulls the fucking gun up so I can see the bottom handle of the bitch. So at that fucking point, man, I just turned around and fucking ran. Dude starts fucking screaming, yo, man, come here, man. What's all that fucking shit you were talking last time, huh? You're not so big and bad now, huh? So yeah, man, I dipped, dude. I got the fuck out of Dodge, man. I was fucking gone. Now, luckily enough for me, I was pretty sure he did not know my apartment number. He only knew my apartment because he had dropped my sister off to see me sometimes. I ran into my fucking apartment, man. I locked my goddamn door, dude. I called the police, man. Fuck that shit. I honestly think he was on drugs. Based on the way he was acting, how fidgety he was clearly on some fucking drugs. I don't know what he was on. I had heard later on that he started doing speed, which could have been why he was acting that fucking way. I ended up actually having another altercation with this same freaking, Mike moron later on. It was like a year later after the first incident happened. I just stopped going over this. I didn't tell any of my family members that bullshit had happened. I think I told my sister, but she just brushed it off because he was, freaking giving her money. My mom wasn't anywhere near around at the time. But what happened was, I was walking home, man. It's dark outside. My hands are filled with groceries, and I'm walking to my apartment. I come around the corner that you need to come around to in order to walk up my stairs into my apartment, and there's this fucking guy standing there wearing full-on fucking hockey attire, right? With a hockey stick, a hockey mask. The nigga even had the nerve to be wearing rollerblades. Now, we're in Las Vegas, okay? This is the ghetto. We were in the type of area where no one played fucking hockey. Fucking basketball if you're lucky, maybe tag, but hockey? Come on, bruh. So I instantly already knew what the fuck it was, and I knew who he was. Because black people ain't gonna show up in no full-on hockey gear. It was fucking Mike. So he's holding a hockey stick, he's got his mask, he's got pads on and every fucking thing. Did he go out and buy this shit just to do this? So when I see him, I already knew what it was. This guy came over here to fuck me up. That's what his whole fucking plan, albeit as stupid of a fucking plan it was, because you're wearing hockey attire. Like, if the police get wind of you're out here assaulting people in hockey attire, you're gonna be swooped up within 5 minutes of the crime happening. Like, cause it's not gonna be hard for them to, you know, pick out the guy in full on freaking hockey gear from everyone else. So the guy starts, you know, skating towards me, and I have really, really ratchet reflexes, unfortunately, in some situations. So I drop my bags, man. I put my bags down, and I'm like, man, you know what's up, man? You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna be able to outrun this bastard. He's got some fucking skates. I didn't have a car at the time. I'm thinking he's over here to fuck me up. Like I said, I'm not a tough person. You guys already know that. I've been in situations, and I can handle myself sometimes. But with that being said, I'm also not just gonna take this ass whooping. You got to work for this shit, man. I'm just not gonna give the shit to you. So I put my grocery bags down in the grass, and I back up, and I square up, man, like, what's up? And I guess he hadn't factored in me fighting back. So when it's grossly apparent to this fucking loser that I'm not just about to take this ass gaffling, he stops in his skates, and he takes 1 or 2 steps back, and he pulls off his mask. He's like, hey, what's up, man? It's Mike. Hey, what's up, baby? It's me, you know, it's Mike. I cannot make this shit up, man. I'll never forget what the fuck he says. And like, I'm just like, what drugs are you on, Mike? Do we need to get you some fucking help? What the fuck is wrong with this man? Because this is exactly what the fuck he says, right? He backs up, he takes off his hockey mask, he moves the stick from an extremely threatening 2-palm grasp position in both his hands to just holding it with one hand and kind of leaning on it, you know, like, yeah, you know, like, oh yeah, I just, you know, yeah. So, and he's like, and this is exactly what the fuck he says. He's like, you know, hey, what's up, Maurice? Well, see, across the street at UNLV, they're having a pickup game of hockey, and I wanted to see if you wanted to come play with us. Now, it is 11 o'clock at night. It's fucking nearly pitch dark outside. UNLV does not have a hockey team, motherfucker! I haven't seen any hockey teams in Las Vegas, except for maybe when they practice over at the Fiesta, but there's no hockey team for a 20-mile radius in fucking Vegas, Mike! What the fuck? What the fuck? So, I'm looking at this stupid motherfucker, man, and I'm just sitting there like, are you're fucking serious, dude? I've been to UNLV. I kick it over there like literally all the fuck. I used to be over there every fucking day. How the fuck you get a pickup game of hockey? Really? Is niggas fucking skating by in full-on hockey attire? Hey, bro, you wanna jump in? We're about to play some 21 of hockey. Just go get your pads, your skates, your hockey stick, your mask, a goalie's net, a puck. No, bitch! No! Oh man, I was rolling, dude. So I'm like, dude, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, you come over here with your hockey attire, bro. There's no hockey pickup game, man. What's up? I'm still thinking that this guy, you know, he wants to whoop my ass, which I know that's what he came over here to do, but unfortunately, you know, he just couldn't fucking follow through. I guess this time he wasn't hopped up on whatever drugs that he did in his spare time. So he's just like, yeah, man, you know, well, I guess if you're not gonna play, you know, that's cool, you know, and he just grabs his mask and does like one of the slowest, saddest looking skateaways I've ever seen anyone do on anything with wheels attached to it. It was freaking hilarious. I'm just like, now I called my family and told all of them about that fuck shit. And he had some serious explaining to do when it came to my sister and my other sisters, right? And I remember they told me, they asked him, Mike, what the fuck were you doing in front of Maurice's apartment with a hockey stick, dressed like fucking Jason Voorhees out this bitch? And he's like, oh yeah, I just, went over there to see if he wanted to play some hockey, bro. I just want to see if he wanted to play some hockey, man. And my sisters already knew what was up, man. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? Maurice was gonna beat your ass. You were gonna get that damn hockey mask shoved up the back of your ass. They ended up breaking up or whatever because he was fucking crazy or some shit. And yeah, man, that was yeah, that was that. You guys are welcome. So like I said, man, if this story reaches 5,000 likes, then I will definitely have another story out for you guys next Sunday, 100% on time and everything. Like I said, I still got a good amount of dumb shit that I've encountered, so if you guys enjoyed the video, man, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and as always, the boy Blasphemous HD. Fucking Twisms, man. I'm about this bitch. That's God Jesus. That shit made me laugh just telling that story. You pick up hockey game, like, for real? If you guys would like to check out some of my other BHD story times, of course, I have over 70 other just as hilarious, if not terrible, stories up here. Make sure to click the annotation on the right and or click the link down in the description to my BHD Storytime playlist, or if you want to go or if you want to check out my prank channel. I post 1 to 2 pranks over there every week. Make sure to click the annotation on the left, and that will also be down in the description as well. Have a great day, guys, and I am out.